Hey guys, this is a look at my Absolution build this league. I've bought a large amount of Awakened Gems. You know, Wolf Culture has affected me finally. I'm going to run this tier 16 here. I did a random roll. I didn't look at it that close just now. I basically don't want to run Ellie Reflect. I'd rather not run Fizz Reflect because it kills my Herald of Purities. And I wanted to make sure I did not have Cannot Regenerate Life Mana or Energy Shield. This one seems to have less effective curses. I do double curse now, but it should be fine. It should be fine with the Awakened Gems. Just doing a playthrough. I have a little bit less Energy Shield. I got rid of energy from Naught. Changed my flasks around a bit. I have pretty much max Chaos Resist at all times now. I think this is Syndicates or something. No, I think it's just Veritania influence. So, tier 16. I've sped up the build tremendously from my original posting. Ultimately, is this build worth running? The answer is maybe. You can see the footage here for what it is. You'll notice lots of chunks of DOT. I think that's this league. I think, like there I took a big, see that? Yeah, took a big chunk of DOT. My Mana Flask I use to cure bleed, because I have lots of charges on it, so I can always cure bleed. I also have a Jewel, as you'll see later, preventing corrupted blood on my head. And so, in regards to poison, I pretty much do it through my Pantheon, as well as just having high Chaos Resist. I also have a belt, which is mostly I'm using for the sole reason of preventing any shock or ignite. So I'm shock and ignite immune right now. It's the Cyclopean Coil, I think it's called. So this is just playstyle. It feels a little bit like a slam build. One thing about this build, you have to stop to cast. You can't like move while attacking, because it summons up from the skies the lightning bolts. This is Maven Influence tier 16, just showing playstyle. Boss killing has gotten a lot faster since I've upgraded the build. See, you can do tier 16 bosses just fine. You can do tier 16 maps just fine. Except again, cannot regenerate life mana energy shield. I suppose you can do that. I prefer not to. You can because we have flasks, and you can because of leech. But not having regen, it's a nuisance, you know, nobody likes that roll. Everybody gets blinded, everybody gets elemental weakness, and everybody gets conductivity. I'm running divergent conductivity. So just running through, this is just the playstyle. You know, is it for me? I don't think I would do it again. I wanted to try Absolution this league. You can see I've got my, I've got the Sentinels of Purity, I've got Sentinels of Absolution. I've got a small amount of Phantasms that come from my Carrion Golems. I have 2 Carrion Golems. You could put Phantasms on the main skill. I just feel stronger on bossing in particular without it. On mobs, you're actually better if you put Summon Phantasms on Absolution. So for mob clearing, you might want to do that instead of Lightning Penetration. But personally, in order to help me on single target, especially bossing, the big problem with this build, I'm just going to run through here real quick, because I'm done with this map pretty much. The big problem with this build is your Sentinels disappear after a duration. And so, like, if you walk into a boss fight and you don't get started right away, all you have is your Spectres and your Golems. Here's what the tree looks like, by the way. Cult Leader, showing off some of these. I got that guy. You put that, by the way, that unique jewel inside of your clusters, and that way you don't get the penalty. Here's my, just going through quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run a contract here, just to show you one benefit about this build. This build I would highly recommend if you're into heisting. It's a great build for heists, because you can summon your Sentinels easily at all times. Bosses always have people around, so it's not just single target. And so you can always have your Sentinels, your minions. This actually kind of sucks I have Enfeeble. I hate Enfeeble, but this build can do Enfeeble just fine. This build can do most things except for the ones I mentioned in my last clip. This build is great for heisting because you can run and hide behind doors also. Let your minions do the work, especially on escapes. This is a level 83 heist. Nothing too fancy, just slammed it with a random roll, as you saw. double curse and lightning penetration. I think does it. Yeah, when you have less effective curses, it's a little bit weaker, but it still functions just fine. This build recommend for mobs for single target. It can be okay if it's a boss fight that has where they have other people in the room to kill. Otherwise, this build, man, I've spent so much energy and time trying to make this build work. The big thing also, this league, they nerfed support gems, and they also increased mana burn, so you have to do a little more investment in mana, which I don't mind. I think that's smart. Mana was too easy to get in the old days. I don't mind that they increase mana multipliers at all, and that you have to invest more in mana, or have a mana flask. I actually like mana flasks for certain builds, because they have so many charges. Many more charges than utility flasks. The tar is like slowing me down or something on the ground. I do have a movement flask. It's empty right now. They're not letting me get this. It's like a glitch. I want this. Look there. Man, I thought it was a glitch. Alrighty. I don't know. I'm not getting that many good things, but you can just kind of see this build is like made for heists. It just feels that way. If you're into heisting, I would highly recommend. If you're gonna go try Uber Elder. Uber Elder actually probably would work okay. I haven't tried it yet. Some fights, after I'm done here, I'm gonna go ahead and try Veritania, because that's an example of a single target. Another one would be like the Minotaur. Things like that, where you can't kill. You still get a chance to summon Sentinels on hit, but it's just low. And so I'm gonna try Veritania. This build struggles on Veritania fights in general, but I'm gonna try it because I've put so much into it with the Awakened Gems and stuff. I've put like, I don't know, maybe 40x, 50x. I was lucky because I had a friend give me a bunch of X. He had a headhunter. He gave me 10x gift. That's how I was able to buy those Awakened Gems. I could have grinded for it, whatever, but crafted for it, but that's part of how I was able to get an upgrade recently. I put so much money and time into this build just to see. But you can see, like, because of Leech, because of regen, all the you know equipment I have, it's a pretty tanky build considering. It has pretty good armor. I had to really invest in armor because it feels in some ways like a channeling build, because when you attack, you have to actually stand still while attacking, and that's how you summon minions, and that's how you leech. So you can't just let your minions do all the work for you. It's a mixed build. It's a mixed spellcast with minion. The specters I'm using are, they're from Act 4. They're those big statues. And I use them just because they have pretty decent attack damage when you have a build like this, where I have high investment into minion damage. Minion damage also affects me. They're also very tanky. They don't die often. You don't need a minion life support on them, just minion speed support. So this is the final video I'm going to have on this build, unless I go back to it later to try Uber Elder and stuff. I want to work on my other build. I'm working on my Soul Rend build. I want to pick this up. I want that Alk. Dang it. I don't know why I want it. I kind of want to keep this ring too, because it might have good... It's highlighting on my filter, so... I'm trying to figure out what to get rid of real quick. I don't think this bow's gonna be good. Thicket bows can be good, but the odds are very low. That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna go try a boss fight now. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna try Veritania. I have Awakened 5, which is basically max when it comes to like boss defenses. When they go up to 8 and stuff, they just have better drops. Say, monster level 81. I think the mobs are gonna be easy. It's kind of a nice... It's gonna be a pretty video, in the sense that I'm gonna be melting people, see? Because there's no mods. I could have rolled mods on this shit, but... truth be told, Veritania... It sucks on this build, and I'll just be honest. It sucks because... like I say, you don't have any... She doesn't have any, like, support team to kill. If she did, it would be so easy. So easy, because I have a lot of investment on minions. So yeah, I'm just gonna melt through these guys. It's very aesthetically appealing right now, you know. If you ever want to make your build feel strong, just don't Just don't alk your maps, you know, right? Just run them white. See? You always feel strong. Or run back to Act 10. Go kill them. Go kill Kitava again. You'll feel very powerful if you feel bad about your build. See? It looks like a beautiful build now. Here's the Maven. Influenced. Oh, the Maven's healing this guy, but it should be fine. I've really been working on my single target. See, look. Minion's healing the spider, but I'm just kind of jumping on it. So I'm gonna just run, and try to keep some of my minions, and that's the way to do it on this build, and that's kind of the most annoying part of this build, as I've said multiple times. So, I kept most of my sentinels, and as you can see, I've made myself tanky. You have to be. You can just stand there and tank most of her hits. There's some things I want to be careful on, though. Especially her bullet punch thing. Her barrage attack. Yeah, see, I've lost most of my sentinels now there. I've got a couple back, but yeah, there, Sentinel Purity. Here's her bullet. You can tell by the way she screams that. And I just go like that. You always want to have a movement skill, you know, Flame Dash, Second Wind Dash. So here's the thing, like, I've seen plenty of videos of builds that melt Veritania much quicker than this. This is a demo of the worst kind of fight for this build. I just wanted to throw it in there so you could see and say, I probably don't want to run this. So I'm gonna try. So she's very weak. I'm gonna get my Golem resummoned, and there it goes. Because my Golem has Culling Strike. Okay. So I'm gonna put this away, and I'll show you guys all of the shit I have here. Actually, I think I did that already. Alrighty, take care, guys.